You ever stare at the ceiling at 2 a.m. and wonder how she moved on before your side of the bed even got cold? You ever get hit with that gut punch? One day she's yours, the next day she's a stranger, and somehow before you can even start grieving, she's already wrapped up in someone else. No calls, no warning, no grace period, just gone. And you're left with a question that burns deeper than any breakup line. How the hell did she replace me so fast? You replay the last conversation, the last fight, the last night you thought you mattered, but nothing adds up. You gave her everything, time, loyalty, all your patience. You thought love meant staying and fixing things. You believed in fighting for her, even after she stopped fighting for you. But now she's out there, laughing with some new guy, as if your existence was a pit stop on her way to someone better. You check her story. You tell yourself it's over, but deep down you're hunting for proof that you meant something. And what do you see? She's not crying. She's not alone. She's moved on so fast you'd think you never existed. Let's drop the bullshit. This isn't about her being cold. This isn't about her being heartless. You want to know the real reason she replaced you so fast? It's biology. It's psychology. It's brutal, ruthless survival instincts baked into her DNA. And if you don't understand it, you're doomed to be replaced again and again. Here's the truth no one tells you. Women don't leave when the relationship ends. They leave the moment they stop feeling you're worth fighting for. And that can be weeks, months, even years before she actually walks out the door. By the time you notice the distance, she's already halfway gone. While you're loving her at 100%, she's already running silent exit drills in her mind. She's detaching bit by bit, emotionally ghosting you, testing how little she can invest before you notice. Every cold shoulder, a test. Every fake smile, a rehearsal. Every time she's just tired, that's her heart clocking out. And when she finally leaves, it's not a shock to her system. It's a relief. Because women process breakups in advance. They grieve you while you're still lying next to them. They cry for you while you're still telling yourself everything's just a rough patch. By the time she tells you, I need space, she's already spent weeks living in her head, imagining a life where you don't exist. And when she meets someone new, don't fool yourself. He's not the reason she left. He's the escape hatch she built because you didn't notice the door was open. Women never jump without a safety net. They line up replacements while you're still fighting for what's dying. Is it fair? Does it hurt? Hell yes. But it's not personal, it's primal. Women are hardwired for survival, for security, for continuity. And if she feels the relationship is sinking, she's not going down with the ship. She's already found a lifeboat. Here's the savage psychology nobody tells men. To her, being alone is a threat, so she starts building bridges before you know the house is on fire. That new guy, he's not some random rebound. He's the emotional insurance policy she built while you were busy trying to save what couldn't be saved. She's got options because she never let herself fall so deep that she couldn't climb out. You think you were replaced in a week? Truth is, she was mentally done long before you even saw the warning signs. Every time you ignored her needs, every time you chose comfort over confrontation, every time you thought love meant putting up with her moods. She was filing that away. Not in a diary, not in a group chat, in her survival instincts. She was taking notes on what life would look like without you. You want to know why she seems so happy? Why she's glowing while you're shattered? Because she's not moving on. She's moving forward. She already did her grieving. She's already played every scene in her mind. She's already cried the tears, said the goodbyes, felt the pain. She's ready for the next chapter because she finished yours before you even turned the last page. That's why her moving on feels so fast, because for her, it's not sudden, it's overdue. But here's where it gets worse. Women are surrounded by options. Every just a friend, every work husband, every guy in her DMs, they're all waiting in line, hoping you slip up, hoping you lose your spot, and she knows it. So when the moment comes, she's not left wondering if she'll be alone. She's got suitors, she's got attention, she's got validation on speed dial. It's a safety net you never see until you're the one hitting the ground. Is it fair? Does it sting? Absolutely. But you have two choices now. Sit here and mourn the woman who's already building memories with someone else, or Use this as the wake-up call that will change how you see yourself forever. Here's the part that'll save your soul if you let it. You are not irreplaceable. No one is. But you can become unforgettable. Not by begging, not by chasing, not by trying to win her back, but by becoming the man who refuses to be an option for anyone. A man who doesn't put his self-worth in the hands of a woman who's already scanning for exits. A man who builds his life so big, so powerful, that anyone who leaves is left wondering how they'll ever fill that silence. You want to stop being replaced? Start by becoming the man who doesn't need to be chosen. Start by building standards that terrify people who aren't willing to match your energy. Start by loving yourself with a ruthlessness that makes everyone else earn their place in your life. Because here's the darkest truth of all. Most men are easy to replace because they're easy to predict. You loved her with everything, but you never made her work for it. You gave her all your time, but you never demanded respect for it. You were loyal, but you were never mysterious. You were safe, but you never made her afraid to lose you. And women crave fear. Not fear of pain, fear of loss. Fear that you'll walk if they stop showing up. Fear that your absence will hurt more than your presence. That's why she can move on so fast, because you made it easy. You became comfortable. You became background noise. You stopped being a challenge and started being a guarantee. She lost the thrill. She lost the chase. She lost the urge to prove herself to you. So when a new man came along, offering attention, offering the high of new validation, she jumped. Not because you failed, but because you stopped making her work for it. So what do you do now? You rebuild your mystery. You become unpredictable. You get busy chasing your own goals, not her texts. You force her to remember you as the man who never needed anyone's approval, and you stop thinking of yourself as a victim. Because here's the secret. She didn't replace you to hurt you. She replaced you to survive. She did what her instincts told her to do. Now it's your turn. Survive, build, become. Let the pain of her moving on become the fuel that forges a man no one forgets. Because when you stop trying to be unforgettable to her, you become unforgettable to the world. You want to know when she'll regret replacing you? It's not when you beg, it's not when you chase, it's not when you post sad quotes and hope sees them. It's the day you disappear completely. It's the day she checks your profile and realizes you're not there. It's the day she hears your name and feels an ache because she knows she'll never have access to you again. So go cold. Go silent. Let her see what life is like without a man who would have done anything to keep her happy. Let her see what it means to lose a man who actually meant what he said. You don't owe her a lesson. You don't owe her closure. You owe yourself the peace of being done with people who can move on without a second thought. And if she ever circles back, if she ever tests the waters, if she ever tries to just check in, you know what to do. Stay gone. Stay silent. Let her chase ghosts, because you're building a legacy that doesn't include people who are so quick to move on. If you felt this, if you're living this right now, subscribe, because you know this is the only place where the truth is brutal and you're finally done lying to yourself. Thank you for listening. Myself, Matt, signing off for the Closure Club. See you in the next one. If this feels like your story, say it out loud in the comments. Don't hold it in.